What's up, mobile gamers? It's Gigs back with part three of the tier list. I know, long videos, and you guys are probably jonesing to see what the later skins are. Those are probably going to be in part four, and I think we're probably going to shoot for that 20 to 30-minute mark. Hopefully, this one's a little bit shorter just because we're getting less and less characters to talk about. I've got my water here with me. So hopefully we're not coughing too much for you guys. And we're actually going to go ahead and scroll down just a little bit so you guys can see what's up next and like how it's looking. The first one we're actually going to start off with is a skin that hasn't come out yet. So as far as the tier list goes, a lot of you guys are probably like, oh, well, it hasn't come out. How do you know how you feel about it? Well, I just have that image to go off of, unfortunately. This is the Iceman skin for Jabali, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. This one's a little bit tough just because I haven't seen it, right? But I also don't really like it. I don't know because I don't think it's better than Snowy Summit. I think we'll move Snowy Summit up and put it right here. I think that's a decent spot for it that haven't come out yet. There's a few of them. We're not kind of going to be ranking them too hard. If you guys are like, oh, how dare you? I'm so excited for this skin. Keep in mind, I haven't actually seen it yet. So it could have really good effects and it could end up being like an A to S tier skin for sure. But I think C, it's kind of in the middle of the tier list. And I just don't really like it. This skin is like, it has a nice idea behind it, but he just looks weird. And the snowman doesn't really work. I think if they would have done it in a different way, or if it has a ton of cool effects and really different sound for the gun and his shield looks different, all that kind of stuff, it could go up in the tiers. But it seems like one of those ones you're going to see where the Love Clad Fort skin or the Whiplash skin, those skins have a sort of theme, but the theme isn't really done well. And so you can't run the skin outside of that actual holiday event or those couple of months where it's kind of in season, if that makes sense, since it is a winter skin and stuff like that. So not really the biggest fan of it so far. Hopefully I'm proved wrong and it has some awesome effects, and maybe you'll see me run it every once in a while. But honestly, if I'm going to run a holiday skin, it's going to be a different one. And you guys know that one's coming in just two short skins here. This skin, it's called the Method in Madness. And honestly, I just don't like it. It might be F. Ooh, that's tough. All right, we'll put it there for now because I think it's definitely better than the pirate one for Christina, and it's not quite at the level of Whiplash. Whiplash is still pretty decent, actually, if I'm looking at it objectively. The Method in Madness skin is really good in terms of a trope that is a good idea. It's nice to have that Frankenstein zombie electrified type of look, but I think they really missed the mark, and it was one of the first skins ever released, and it's only an epic purple tier, so it doesn't have a lot of cool effects. The gun doesn't change much, and apart from the electric effects that he has, you can see it in the picture, and the dome that he uses as his head, the suit itself just looks like a recolor a little bit. So overall, I don't really like this skin. I think it's pretty bad, and it kind of pains me to put those two skins at such a low rank because even I'll be honest with you guys, I hate Jabali. I hate him. I don't like playing him at all. I actually would rather play Ono or Victor just because of how much I like their kits better. But I recognize Jabali's very, very good, and I'm not going to rank his skins badly because of it. I think this is an insane skin. Maybe bottom of A tier. Well, you know what? Here, we'll just do this. This one's bottom of A tier, and the pumpkin one is above it. What's bringing the pumpkin one, right? So this one's actually called Pumpkin Nightmare, but it's not really nightmarish. It doesn't look scary. It's really cool. It's a very awesome skin. It's one of the few holiday skins or seasonal skins, I call them, that you can run outside of that season. You know what I mean? Like with the Golden Shores Christina or the Summer's Night. Oh my gosh. Summer's Light, sorry. Summer's Light for Iris. Those are really good skins because of how they look, but they also can transcend those seasonal boundaries. And I think Pumpkin Nightmare is definitely the best skin Jabali has. And it's definitely one that I will run no matter what. I will literally run this skin in the summertime or in the wintertime, like January, February. I'm definitely going to be running this skin a lot more just because of how good it is. And if you look at the effects are really, really clean. He's got a shield that like looks like a pumpkin, even though it's not circular. It's kind of a square pumpkin with rounded edges, but it's very cool, very awesome. He's got the jack-o'-lantern body. He's got the actual lantern with the scarecrow that he carries around. His gun is changed. His arcs that he shoots forward for his second active, those are changed colors as well, and they look really cool. They actually look like they do a bit of damage as opposed to all of the other skins where he just looks like he's shooting arcs through the ground. So this skin's really awesome. I really, really like it. And we're going to put it in an S because I think it's a really good skin. And the effects are awesome. The trope is something that I really enjoy. Like the Halloween skins are all very, very good. I don't think we have. It's actually ironic because winter is my probably one of my favorite seasons, especially for skins. But we're really getting let down by the winter skins so far. There's only one winter skin I think I really, really, really like, and that's going to be at the very end of this part. So we'll see how it goes. It'll probably be an S tier as well, but that's kind of doing it for the Pumpkin Nightmare. It's obviously just a clean skin. It's got awesome effects. There's not really much to talk about. And Quantum Knighthood, honestly, this is one of those that I can understand why people are going to rank it at like D tier because there's not a lot going for it on the effects. I personally really love the knighthood element that they give Jabali, where he actually looks like he's made out of knight armor, which is really, really cool. I think it's A tier for me personally. This is one of those tier lists, right? The parts, this part is going to be the one where you guys are like, how dare you? Like, this is going to have the most skins where I just like have completely different opinions than you guys. I think for the most part one was agreeable. Part two was a little bit like on the fence. And this part's going to be the one where everybody gets mad. And Quantum Knighthood's really clean. I love the skin. It's got awesome effects. The gun looks super cool. He's got that spinning flower on his head, which is awesome. Overall, I think it's really clean, but the only thing that doesn't give it that S tier is the effects because they just turn everything blue. You know what I mean? Like the ability that goes through the ground. That's a blue ability in general, I think, in his base skin. So when you're looking at this skin, the effects are there, but only if you ignore the base skin. And I think that's not something you should have to do. It doesn't change it enough, in my opinion. I like the shield. The shield is clean. It looks good. It's probably one of the better shields out of all of these skins. Obviously, we haven't seen the Iceman skin, so I can't say that for sure. But I'd imagine it's going to be either very bare bones and kind of a boring skin for the Iceman, or it's going to be really good. And you're going to see an A to S tier skin. So that leaves Jabali. He's got all his skins. I think it's a pretty fair way to kind of space them out. If you want to put the Iceman in B tier because it looks good for sure, that's the one I'm totally fine with you guys changing. We're actually not going to rank the Johnny Jet skin right here. We're going to rank one of these instead because I think the Battle Pass skin is pretty much just a recolor. I think it's classified as epic maybe, but it's very bad. Like it's just a recolor, and it was the very first Battle Pass skin in season 0 or season 1 or something like that. Basically, the first season where nobody played, and most of us that have played have been sticking around. So I'm not going to rank it just because I think it's obvious that if it's just a recolor, it's not very important. But I wanted to keep it on the list just so you guys know I do have it there. Like, I know that that skin exists, and I just don't like it, in general. This is where we're going to ruffle a lot of feathers, right? I do think this one is better than the Hunter's, all of Hunter's skins that we have here. But the avant-garde beats right here, this one right here, is really, really clean. And I think it's really awesome. The music effects are incredible. This is the skin that I rock when I want to stunt on people, when I just want to make them look like chumps against Johnny, which is difficult because he's not very good. And this skin honestly like elevates him even more. Like, he feels like he's a better hero when you have this skin going. All the effects are awesome. I love how he's dancing and he's got that music. The music effects honestly are very awesome. I love music effects. I just think, like, when you look at something like Gatlin, they dropped the ball on her music skin, but Johnny, out the park. Like, this is a clean skin. It's got all the effects you could ever want. His ultimate is a speaker, right? It looks like actually it might be a subwoofer, right, for the car, for cars or living rooms, that kind of thing that makes it bump. But you can see the musical notes, and they like move around within the ultimate, which is really, really cool. When you're looking at a skin, I think it's important to see if it changes what the hero looks like. So you can see he does have the same hair, but he doesn't have a hat on. He does have headphones that he puts on, which is cool, but they did enough with him that he doesn't look exactly the same as he did before, where the skin isn't unique and stuff like that. So I really, really enjoy this skin, and it's tough to not rank the other one right next to it. So I think we're going to come back to it. Avant-garde Beats is really, really clean, really cool effects. I love the sounds it makes too. Obviously, the game is pretty loud, so I recommend going into like the training area or a private match where it's just you and one bot or something, and listening to the sounds it makes. It's really, really clean, really good. The sounds are awesome. It really makes use of his personality too. It's the type of skin that you can put on a hero and they fit that personality perfectly. Even though Johnny's personality is very upbeat, he wants to paint graffiti and dance and listen to music. It's exactly the type of skin you'd expect Johnny Jet to get. So it's obviously a clear S tier. And that brings us to his next skin, which it's called the Emerald Prince. It's another one of the Sailor Moon references. And honestly, it's really tough to not give it S tier. So we're gonna do this. I might bump it up to S tier depending on how many other skins we have. It's one of those skins that is barely an A tier. The only downside, like the Jabali Quantum Knighthood skin, the Emerald Prince skin is the effects. That's what's bringing it down. That's what's making it not an S tier, because I love green. Green's awesome, really cool, but I don't think there's enough in the effects to bump it up to S tier. And overall, like, he has like a green slime, but he almost kind of has that in his base skin. It's like a neon green slime as opposed to like a really dark emerald green slime in the Emerald Prince. So kind of on the fence about it because it does change it, but in my opinion, it doesn't change it enough to justify the S tier, especially with some of the other skins that you have where the effects and the sounds and the voice lines and all the animations are just really, really clean. And I think that one falls short in those animations and effects. I just think it doesn't have enough to warrant an S tier just yet. We'll see where we're at with the S tier skins when we are done with this tier list, and maybe we'll move it. Like I said, it's another one of those skins where a lot of you guys are going to be like, how dare you put it in A tier? It should be an S tier. And like A and S tier, the bottom of S tier and the top of A tier are very, very close. I think it's one of those skins you could totally move it up to S tier if he's your favorite hero. So with that said, we are going to go into Judix with the Chief Bodyguard skin, and it's another A tier skin. I enjoy it. It's cool, but you know, with the buff that you see for Judix, she's definitely a lot more usable. But the haircut, man, the haircut alone makes it where I don't enjoy this skin. I think all the effects are clean. I think the outfit is awesome. I love all the gold accents. They're really cool. But her hair just looks weird. It makes her look mean and like a jerk. I don't even know how else to say it because it's not that that's not Judix's personality, but it's not the trope that I want to see from Judix. So I think if they even just put a ponytail or her head wasn't shaved on that one side, it'd be a lot better. It'd be really, really clean and it'd be cool. The hair just doesn't do it for me. It brings it down to tears straight up. And she's just in a suit, you know what I mean? So the skin itself is clean, but it doesn't have a whole lot going for it like you see with some of these other skins where you have Chemist who is straight up just wearing the big bad wolf. How are you going to top that when you just put Judix in a suit? You guys, I mean, come on. The grenades are cool. The scorpion's cool. All the effects are decent, but I think they gave that Sin City vibe, but they didn't do a good job like you see Lady of the Night with Diggy, and then you see the Gatling Gang skin. Those two are very, very clean, and they exemplify the theme of that type of area. So I think we're going to put it there, and that brings us to an S tier skin, which is Judix Judge of Love. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking Marksman Cupid is the same type of trope. Why are you not putting that in S tier? And the answer is you can actually still see with Judix's abilities. They're not cluttering the screen, and she is super, super cute in this one. She looks really cool. She has the pink heart and the bunch of candy hearts in her hair. It really has that Nutcracker Christmas vibe that you come to expect from a Valentine/Christmas skin. And it's very underrated. The gun sounds really, really good. The skirt that she has like actually flaps in the wind, which is one of the things you really want to see with a skin is how it acts when it's being used and you're running around on the map. So overall, I think it's a really clean skin, and it does all the stuff that the Chief Bodyguard skin wants to do while also giving her something significant when it comes to a theme and giving it, you know, that vibrance and that excitement that you expect from a skin. Judge of Love is a skin that you can literally run and you'll be happy with how it looks. So we're going to try to speed up here. Wasteland Warlord or whatever it's called. I don't even care what it's called at this point. It's called Wasteland Justice, right? I hate it. It's bad. Straight up. Not even going to talk about it. There's nothing redeeming about this skin. The hair's gross. No skin effects that are cool. And it's just not a fun skin. This Cosmo skin, though, this is a clean, clean Cosmo skin. And I think we're going to put it pretty high. I think we're going to put it around this B tier just because of the snow effects. And it makes Kazuma not look that much different. Like he looks different compared to his base skin, but it doesn't change too much about who Kazuma is as a hero. And I think it's just a really good skin. It's got awesome effects, and the snow trope is really cool. I just don't think it's on the level of the Christina skin because Kazuma just doesn't have any uses, actually. The hat's awesome, the jacket's awesome, and this other skin is honestly pretty close to the same. I think we'll put it above these hunter skins real quick just because of like the effects that you have. I think they're very clean, and I think it kind of brings some of the other skins down. We're going to kind of reorganize some of these tiers, you guys, because I think I've been a little bit biased and I didn't want to be. But this skin, right, is really, really clean. It's the Summer Blast skin. He has so many cool things in this skin. It can't be anything less than A tier. I really wish they would do more with him for his skins. He's only got two, and one of them's an epic that you get from the Glory Store. So sad day for Kazuma mains, but all his two skins that he has are good. He only has two, but they're good at least. You know what I mean? Um, I like the fact that the blaster is quiet. I think if the blaster was loud, it would maybe bring this down a tier. The effects are really cool. The floaties, he's got a shark water gun blaster, which is awesome. He's got floaties. He's got a duck one on his waist. And then he's got like the flip flops and the soda for the jetpack. It's honestly, it's almost S tier. It's almost S tier, but it hits that wall where I feel like it's his only skin you can run. So it feels weird to run it outside of summertime. I think he has decent skins, but he needs one more that fills that gap so I can like this skin a little bit more, if that makes any sense to you guys. Like the Summer Light from Iris is a really clean skin, but all her other skins kind of fill in areas where you might see them fall short. Kazuma's only got two, and that kind of sucks. So it's just kind of a trope that I think is really awesome, but I don't think it does enough to be S tier. Here we go. Labula. Now, this is tough because this skin, the effects are crazy. Like, this is a really clean skin, but when you compare it to his other ones, I think it falls short. It's one of the problems that you have with heroes that have 5 or 6 skins, where, I guess Labia's got 4, right? So from 4 up, you hit the wall where it isn't better than his other skins. It's a clean skin. I think it would be my favorite if he had no other skins, if he had like 2 skins or something, or if you gave that skin to Kazuma exactly how it is and all you did was change the model that it's on, that'd be a clean skin for Kazuma and it'd be my favorite. That type of thing. But this skin, Astro Rider's in the rank store, which lowers it a little bit. And it's an epic, so, or maybe it is a legendary. I don't know. It feels like it's epic because it's got a lot of cool effects, but all they are is like space. So it's kind of not as unique as it could be, if that makes sense. So then we've got this one. This one is an A tier skin. It's called the Chariot Guard, obviously, but he has a Pharaoh outfit on, and I think it's really clean. But you run into that problem. You run into that problem where he just doesn't have a lot of effects going for him. The sand that he makes is decent. It's got, like, you do have some of the Pharaoh-esque vibes, those Egyptian vibes when you're looking at this skin. But it's not as clean as I would like it to be, and some of the effects are kind of lackluster, especially when you compare it to something like this skin, the Detective. It's literally called the Detective. That's how clean it is. I think both of these skins are S tier. The Detective does fall short in a few um, effect areas, but overall, I think that the skin itself, with the animations and how he looks, very clearly carry this skin. It's very clean, and the same pretty much can be said for Voice of the Mothership. It's a very good skin, and honestly, I don't enjoy Labula as much. I like him better now that he's a healer, but he's one of those he's one of those heroes that I don't really enjoy playing too much depending on the day. So we're just going to kind of be like, "Yep, good job, Labula, thumbs up," and that's what we're going to keep it with. Cowboy Cosmo's bad, you guys. It's a rank skin. It's decent. It doesn't have any cool effects, and I don't like the cowboy trope. I don't like cowboys, even though I am in the Midwest, all right? But I don't like cowboys. Cowboys are dumb. They're stupid. Clint Eastwood is probably the only one that is like allowed in. Or Wyatt Earp, if you guys have seen Tombstone. Tombstone and some Clint Eastwood movies, that's it. Don't like cowboys. Straight up don't like them. They're stupid. They're not very cool in my opinion. And when you compare them to the cop skin that he has, The cop skin is, oh, you know what? The okay, you know what? Yeah, we'll go cop skin A tier, and then I don't know. I think both of these skins are very close. The Space Cop skin and the Summer Squad skin are very cool, but they just don't give him a lot to go off of. He doesn't have like Labula. He's got the pipe. He's got the old timey car. He's got the detective hat. He's got the detective suit. He's got the typewriter. And then you see Mark, and he's just like he's got a badge. And then you see the Summer skin, right? You have Summer Squad, and it just changes his hair, and he has a gun that is a water gun. I just think that honestly, these skins might not be that good when you compare them. I think the Johnny Jet one's probably better. And actually, even when you look at someone like Damon Aletta, I think you know what? It's just going down, down, down. That's pretty much where they're going to be if we're ordering the tiers, because I think they fall short on a lot of the effects, a lot of the animations, and the skins themselves don't have like an innate part of the skin like Kazuma's skin or the Pharaoh skin, where they take the trope and they apply it to every inch of the skin and make it really cool. So then we go with another S tier skin, and this one is up there. It's up there in that top 6 now, where you see her Crystal Gorgeous skin. It's her only skin, except for the Battle Pass skin, which is still S tier. Her Crystal Gorgeous skin is everything you want from a skin. All the cool effects, all the cool things that she can do and how it looks, all the animations. I love this skin. Straight up, one of my favorite skins in the game. It's tough to order this tier. We'll probably order this in the last video, the one after this. That's when we're going to order these top couple of skins and give them a tier. Give them their S plus rank or their legendary rank or whatever you guys want to call it, where I think they're the best skins in the game. And this is definitely one of them. The Crystal Gorgeous skin has the same trope that you see from all the other S tier skins that are from that same event. And it's really, really good. The Twinkling Neon skin, which is right here, it's really close to being A tier, but I think I'm going to let my bias win a little bit. I love Neon. She's awesome. I love the video game effect that she's got going, and it looks really, really cool with all the pixel effects and stuff like that, which we'll talk about here in literally three skins. We'll talk about that pixel effect even more, and you guys are going to freak out. You're going to freak out. Straight up, this is where you get mad with these last two heroes. We're sitting at a pretty good time. So the Ono Battle Pass skin, Masked Boxer, is an A tier skin. It's pretty okay. It's pretty average, and I think it's actually going to keep his newest skin, Stone Giant, from going any further, because I just don't like the yellow, you guys. The yellow's not my favorite color. I think if they made it blue and it was like a Tron style skin, it'd be really cool. Or if it was an orange, it's just that really ugly piss yellow, and I just don't like it. But it is also really, really cool with the Tron effects. We haven't seen it yet. I think this is a fair spot for it. We'll kind of put it in the bottom of A. If it gets effects and the effects are stupid and they're not good, then it'll drop to B. I think if the effects are good, it's going to stay in A. And I think the Masked Boxer just does a little bit more for Ono. I think covering his face helps because his chin looks weird. And I really like what they do with the things that he throws. It is only an epic tier. So if you guys want to move it, I think that's fair. Move it because it's epic. In my opinion, I would probably run it over the Stone Giant, but Stone Giant hasn't come out yet. So I don't think it's fair to say Stone Giant's bad just because I don't like yellow. So like if it was orange, it'd be clean, or red, it'd be clean, but it's yellow. So I think that's what's holding it back right now. The Pixel Particle skin, get ready to be pissed off. This skin, it might be C tier. It's definitely better. That's where it is. That's kind of where it is. I think the box Aletta is top of B tier. Whoops. Okay. Stupid. All right. Um, it's all right. Bouncing Pixel's decent. I don't think it does enough for him. Some of the effects are kind of boring. I think it falls short where the twinkling neon really shines. So that brings us to the piss skin. That's what it's called. It's called Glint Throttle, actually. And it's just piss. It's a piss color. It's a piss poor design skin. I hate this skin. If somebody's running OSAS and they're running this skin, I'm changing to a flanker and griefing them the whole game. Don't care. I'll throw the ranked match to kill an OSAS that has this skin because it's bad, dude. It's really, really bad. It doesn't have anything going for it. At least the Pixel Particle one has that trope, has that theme. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be mad about that for this one and the Pixel Particle skin. But if you think about it and you look at the skins he has, you're not going to be mad anymore because straight up, all of these are S. I think I don't really like the Western trope, like I said, that cowboy Western type of vibe. So I think the Saguaro Ambusher, that's what this one's called. I don't know though. The cactus thing is pretty cool. So I think we're gonna go top of A tier ish. It's really close, you guys. Me personally, I don't like that Western vibe, and it's not as clean as I would like it to be. So we're gonna leave it in A because if it wasn't for me being from the Midwest, I would probably really enjoy this skin. He's literally a cactus. I don't like the guitar. It has some Mexican roots, which is nice. I don't know. It kind of depends on my mood, right? At the time of making this video, if I'm comparing it, it's around Christmas time. It's not the type of skin you'd want to run right now. So it's kind of an A tier. I think it's one of those skins that can go S to A whenever it wants. And overall, that's where we're going to put it. I don't think some of these skins I messed up when I put it in, but um, that's where you're going to see the Jabali skin just because I think the Christmas skin that he has is really, really good. Um, but it's not, I think it falls short. His snow reindeer skin is awesome. That's the Christmas one. He's literally in a reindeer head. So you got the Halloween skins next to each other, and then you got the snow reindeer one, which is probably going to go with like Red Riding. Oh, you know what? This might be making the top, you guys. It is so cool. He's got Santa slippers. He's got the Santa jacket. He's got a reindeer. He's got lights hanging from the horn and all around the skin. His gun's a Christmas tree. It's insane. It's insane. I switched them when I was started talking. I was like, oh, it's right by the Halloween one, but it is not. It is one of those skins. I will literally let the OSAS kill me if he's running this skin. I've never seen any OSAS run this skin ever. Never seen it. Only when I played. This is the first skin that was kind of like it was out when I became a YouTuber. So I think it's S tier for sure. It's definitely top of the charts, gets its own tier later on, probably. And it's really, really clean. It's so much fun. I love the snow, and I can't wait to see what they do with the portal. I think if they make the portal a present or a Christmas tree or a chimney, boom, like elevate the skin. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it's one of the best skins in the game. It's the holiday skin that you can run whenever you want. And the same actually goes for his other skin, Night Devil. I think you can run it whenever you want. It's clean. It's got that red look. It really makes him look like a badass vampire. And he's got the drip. He's got the suit. He's got some bats flying around. Um, it's honestly just a perfect clean skin. And because they're both an S tier, I think Saguaro Ambusher has to be an A tier simply because of where the other skins are at. I know you guys are going to be upset with where I'm putting the OSAS skins. You have to remember, right? Like compare Bouncing Pixel or Glint Throttle to Snow Reindeer and tell me that the Snow Reindeer isn't just better. It's so cool. It's so fun. it has so much that's unique to it that I'm just like, how can you not enjoy this skin? Straight up, he's got Christmas lights. He's shooting with a Christmas tree. There's nothing that tops it. It's so much fun. It is exactly what you expect from a fun holiday skin that wants you guys to get excited and run it whenever you are in the holiday spirit. And honestly, I think if he didn't have the reindeer head, it would not be able to be ran outside of the holidays. But the reindeer head is so funny because it like bounces around and it like moves. It's like the horse masks from Vine. If you guys are even gonna get that reference, it's so clean. I have nothing that I can say that's bad about this skin. And the same goes for Night Devil. There's nothing wrong with these skins. They're clean. They've got no shortcomings. I don't see how you can't like the reindeer skin. It hasn't even come back yet. It's literally never come back. It's only been here last year, right? Because I haven't even been a YouTuber for a year. But this skin's very good. Night Devil's very good. I'm sorry, Saguaro Ambusher. I love the cactus trope that's going on, but the guitar, right? We'll talk about it for just a sec. The guitar and the music notes, you can see them in the picture, but they don't have that look that you come to expect from like Iris's Bandmaster skin, for instance. That's a clean skin. It takes that trope and you can hear the trumpet. And I think if they made the gun sound different, it would be S. Like literally that's one of the only things holding it back. Obviously, I'm not a big Midwest guy, even though I live in the Midwest, which RIP. But this skin, it's missing something for me. It's missing that little bit that would bring it to S, just like most of these A tier skins. They're just missing that one little bit that would bring them to S. And I think that's a pretty fair placement. I think you're going to see a lot of these S tier skins fall, or you're going to see a lot of A tier skins in the next video. Part 4 coming out soon. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys already know the first 4 heroes, right? Yeah. The first 4 heroes are going to have those S tier skins, and then the rest are going to have some of those lower tier skins. So it kind of just depends how long that takes us. I know we're sitting at like freaking 30 minutes, but at least it's not 42 like the other one, right? Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, this is my opinion. You're going to get triggered, right? I play everybody. So for me, I don't think, oh, Osas, I'm not good with Osas, but I like these skins. They're clean. They make me want to play Osas. They make me want to get better at Osas. So that's what I think. We're going to pretty much end part 3. We had a lot of high tier skins. I think I might have been pretty generous on some of them that maybe don't deserve their A tier rank and kind of need to go down to B, or some B tier skins, right? This is obviously, it's going to change based on my mood, how my day's going, what season we're in. So all of these skins can really move around freely, except for the S tier ones. Like some of the S tier ones are they're just too good. You know what I mean? They're just too clean. They just offer too much in terms of character and how unique they make the hero look. And honestly, that's I just forgot. Okay, the Iris skin. It's a milk jug with wings. That's what the second ultimate is. It's so cool. I think it bumps her up. I told you guys I was going to bump that one. There was another one. Which one was it? I can't remember. Let me know in the comments below which one I was going to mess with and like look at the ultimate and what it looks like or something like that. I don't remember which one it is. Maybe we already had it in S tier actually now that I think about it. But it's a milk jug with wings. I think it's earning of the top spot. She's dressed as a cow. She's definitely one of the best girls in the game. So forgot about that. But now that we have that done, look out for part 4, final part. We're going to be ranking all these skins right here, and you guys are going to love it. I know the new shell skin Heart of Stone is coming out. We're going to drop a video on the skin, and then we'll be ranking it on Saturday's video for part 4. So let me know what you guys think on where all these skins are and what is your favorite. Do you think any of these skins are deserving of that top 5, 6, 7 skins? Because I think Snack Rush is kind of close, but the Dragon Dance skin is definitely there. And we'll see once the Diggy skin comes out if it's any good. We'll see about the animations and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll see ya in the next one.